All we need from you are a few simple reactions. Applause. Cheers. Woo! And boos. Boo! When the time comes, we'll be holding up these signs to signal your cue. Now, I know this is from high school, so you guys are game, but what if we give that a quick try? Okay, applause. Good. Cheers. Woo! Excellent. And boos. Woo! Wow, great boos.
Of course, this is Limerick High School. Who's your, the native language here, right? And full disclosure, you may be asked to cheer for a character whose opinions you may disagree with. Wildly disagree with. But we're all in this together, right? Are you with me?
Yeah.
I said, are you with me? Beautiful. And finally, the management of the theater wants you to know that any resemblance of the events in the play to current events is purely coincidental. It is true that in 1936, there were race riots in our cities, a vast income gap between the rich and the poor,
a major drought in several states,
A wave of right-wing populism sweeping the country.
Millions of new immigrants.
And foreign wars creating global terror.
but that's where the similarities end. We urge you to reserve judgment before making any hasty historical parallels.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our great pleasure to present Sinclair Lewis's It Can't Happen Here.
May 1st, 1936.
Fort Beulah, Vermont.
6 months before the presidential election.
excitement rippled through Town Hall, the scene of this month's meeting of the Fort Beulah Rotary Club.
Among the audience was Lorinda Pike, whose political views differed from every other member of the Rotary Club, with the sole exception of
Remus Jessup, editor and proprietor of Fort Beulah's only newspaper, there to report on the patriotic address of Brigadier General Herbert Y. Edgeways.
We must be prepared to defend our shores against all the alien gangs of international racketeers that call themselves governments.
In the passionate ejaculations of that proud daughter of the American Revolution, Miss Adelaide Dar Gimmich.
I tell you, what this country needs is discipline.
Miss Gimmich was renowned for a lifetime of gallant campaigning against women's suffrage and bragging during the Great War. Kept the American soldiers entirely out of the French cafes by the clever trick of sending them 10,000 sets of dominoes.
Now this might shock some of you, but I want you to listen to the one woman who will tell you the unadulterated hard truth instead of a lot of sentimental taffy, because I believe down in my gullet that what this country needs is to be in a war again. Come on now, General, just between us Rotarians and Rotarians, don't you think that when a country has gone so mad that the thrifty and industrious have to pay for the shiftless ne'er-do-wells, then maybe to save their lazy souls and get some iron into them, a war might be a good thing? Come on now, General.
Well then, since you folks are bound and determined to drag the secrets out of a poor soldier, I better confess that while I do abhor war, there are worse things. A state of so-called peace in which labor organizations are riddled with insane notions out of anarchistic Red Russia. A state in which college professors, newspapermen, and notorious authors are secretly promulgating the same seditious attacks against the grand old Constitution. A state in which, as a result of being fed with these mental drugs, the people have become flabby, cowardly, and lacking in the fierce pride of the warrior. No, such a state is far worse than war, at its most monstrous.
Thank you, General, for speaking the truth. Now, the only candidate running for president daring to speak the truth, the only man that has the backbone to stand up to our enemies, and the power to restore our country back to greatness, Senator Berzelius Windrip.
Now, look here, Mrs. Gimmich, if you think
You
that
are
you
out
can
of
just...
order, Mrs. Pike.
I would like to represent
Sit
my
down,
objection.
Miranda.
Look, she's using the election to
Save for
provoke people.
Bohemian friend!
She's stigmatizing the poor to create a mob of
We are
angry
all
patriots.
aware of your political opinions, Mrs. Pike, but it is my duty as chairman to remind you that it's Mrs. Gimmich who has been invited to address us.
Sit down.
Please take a seat. Thank you, madam. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Gimmich. You were saying?
Thank you, Mr. Tasbro. And for those of you who believe in the freedom of speech, there is still hope. At this moment, Minutemen marching clubs made up of volunteers are springing up all over the country. Young Christians learning warlike skills, ready to get rid of our country's undesirable elements. And a new generation of American patriots, armed with the sword and the gospel, ready to reclaim our future and lead our nation to its God-given destiny.
So, what did you think of the General and Mrs. Gimmich, Remus?
Highly successful, R.C.
Really? How so?
In the short span of an hour, they managed to release more gas into the atmosphere than at any other time in human history.
So you learned nothing from their talk?
On the contrary, Frank, Miss Gimmich's defense of freedom of speech gave me a whole new understanding of the word ironic.
Why don't you take a tumble to yourself, Remus? All these years at the Daily Informer, you've had a lot of fun, haven't you? Posing as the liberal voice of Beulah Valley.
I hadn't realized I was posing. Well, I given a rather brilliant performance then, wouldn't you say?
You're out of touch with the readers.
These are serious times, Joseph. This next election will be critical to the future of our country. With Buzz Windrip running for president, we finally have a real choice.
I rather think Mr. Windrip should be in the vaudeville circuit than stumping for the nomination.
How long have we all known each other, Remus? 25 years? Have you ever seen discontent like this before? Senator Windrip's got a good feel for people and a great head for business. I assure you, he has an excellent chance of taking the Democratic nomination away from Roosevelt.
If Bishop Prang and his League for God men throw in with him, he'll win, and win by considerable margin.
Well, cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
You can quote scripture to us all you want, Mrs. Pike. It won't change the outcome.
I believe that's Shakespeare, Frank, not God.
You think this is a joke?
You'll forgive me, friends, if I don't believe Senator Windrip's campaign has any legitimacy. I still think Mrs. Pike and I have some semblance of faith in the American electorate.
Speak for yourself.
Roosevelt is through. The economy's in tatters.
The New Deal is no deal.
That's so.
You're all missing the point. People will vote for Windrip to make themselves feel safe, but they're ignoring what he's actually saying. If he gets into office, he's going to unleash a reign of terror.
Reign of what?
And you, the liberal editor, and you, the staunch industrialist, and you, the conservative banker, will all be led straight into the firing squads.
Are you mad, Mrs.
This is
Pike?
America, for God's sake. It could never happen.
Remember how Huey Long became the monarch of Louisiana? Well, Buzz Windrip and his hatchet man Lee Saracen are using the same political strategy. Pit everybody against somebody, and then seize the reins of power. Have you read his book, The Zero Hour? He's demanding that the president have a freer hand and not be tied down by a bunch of dumb shyster lawyer congressmen. His words, not mine. Look, if he manages to broker an alliance with Bishop Prang, it'll obliterate the line between church and state and create the perfect conditions for fascism. You think it can't happen here in America? Well, let me tell you, it can.
Are you done?
If Buzz Windrip gets elected, we're all done.
I think we can officially classify Widow Pike as a hysteric.
That woman needs to remarry as soon as humanly possible.
The way she shoots off her fat mouth, you'd think she was mayor instead of the owner of some cheap saloon.
It's a respectful boarding house, friends. And Mrs. Pike's not a crank who needs to be locked up or shut up.
Why don't you quit playing tag with Lorinda and her Pinko friends, Remus? Stop giving lip service to all these subversive elements. You know how do you do finance here? I got telling me how to run my own textile mill.
The bank is practically ripe with the stench of communists.
The only stench I can smell right now is coming from you two. This political climate is clearly doing wonders for the health of your depravity.
Fine. You sit up there on your editorial throne and pontificate about the state of democracy when the blood of the country is being sucked out by red radicals and fools.
That is a statement born out of either stupidity or hatred, RC. I would hope both are beneath you.
You want to be on the right side of this come November,
A
Remus.
blind mule has a greater chance of being elected president than Buzz Winthrop.
You are underestimating him.
You underestimate the country.
That would be overestimating, Frank. And no, I don't think I am. Unlike you two, I actually believe in the people of this country. And we've come too far to be bamboozled by the histrionics of a two-bit huckster.
You wait and see, Jessup. The White House is there for the taking. As it turns out, there are no blind mules running for president this year.
It's a new day in America, Remus.
Doremus Jessup went to his home, a white, clapboard, square structure of the vintage 1880, which he declared to be ugly.
But ugly, in a nice way,
He found refuge in his study,
which he forbade, under any circumstance, to be clean.
And which was filled with an endearing mess of novels,
Copies of the Congressional Record,
The New Yorker, Time, The New Republic,
new masses,
treatises on taxation,
road maps,
volumes on exploration in Abyssinia and the Antarctic, fishing tackle, a comfortable old chair,
the Bible,
the Quran,
the Book of Mormon,
a shotgun, selections from the Mahabharata,
A vase from Crete, dating from 327 BC. Very ugly.
odd pairs of spectacles that no longer suited his eyes,
the complete works of Thomas
a
Jefferson,
shaky portable typewriter,
a canary in a Bavarian gilded wicker cage,
several books on Bolshevism, extraordinarily pro and extraordinarily con, another copy of the complete works of Thomas Jefferson, a worn, linen-bound copy of Old Hartside Songs for Home and Picnic,
and an old cast-iron Franklin stove.
He allowed no one in.
Not even his family.
not his wife, Emma,
not his oldest Philip,
not his youngest, Sissy,
Not his middle child, Mary.
her husband, Fowler.
Nor his grandson, David.
Only did he let in Foolish, the family dog whose bark awakened the canary under the absurd blue sweater that covered its cage.
What can I do, eh, foolish? Write another editorial expressing growing alarm.
but the presence of foolish, comforted Doremus made belching politicians seem unimportant, and in the security of his study, he fell asleep in his soft gray chair.
David! Not in the house!
Don't shoot! They went, that way.
Doremus!
Dad, it's time to go.
Doremus, the car's already packed.
I can't go on any damn picnic. I have to stay home and listen to Frank's broadcast.
I'll see you in the car. 10 minutes, everybody! Hey, Pop. Have you seen my little soldier?
Just here, shooting up the place.
Hope you weren't caught in the line of fire.
Hey, you're the doctor. If I get wounded, you can treat me.
It's the 4th of July, Dad. We're going on a family picnic.
When did you get to be your mother's daughter?
Just this morning. Come on. Buck's coming as well. He's even threatening to bring a date.
Oh, we have to be back in time.
Oh, you'll be back in time for the broadcast.
The battle continues.
David!
Philip,
Morning, Pater.
it's when the lawyer's not working holidays.
Look who's talking.
So, where's the family?
Marilla took the kids to Boston to see her folks.
Ah, the favored grandparents. I see.
It was their turn, Dad. Family roulette, you know how it is.
It's hard having family so far away. We're lucky he could come at all. In case you get cold.
I'm perfectly fine, my dear.
You don't know yourself, Dormouse. Trust me on that score. And David, be careful with that sparkler!
David, you're gonna burn someone's eye out!
It's only a sparkler, honey. He'll be fine.
My mother is worried.
Your mother's not worried. I'm not worried. It's his American birthright, Mary. A boy gets to set off a few fireworks on Independence Day.
Ugh.
You've got to listen up, Julian. I didn't say I was going to go for a drive with him. I just said he wanted me
That's
to.
not what it sounded like.
Although he does have an awfully nice new DeSoto.
See, how can I compete with a brand new DeSoto?
Ah, there he is, my favorite bachelor. I thought you were bringing a date, Buck.
You know I can't bring a date. Whenever I do, you start making wedding plans.
Should we do the balloons, Mother?
Let's lay out the blanket first. Doremus, did you remember to call Lorinda?
I did, Mom.
Look at that view.
Love you. Why are people so obsessed with the view?
Come on, Buck, just look at that. Have you seen anything more beautiful? The way the hills envelop the lake and the sky floats like a blue canopy over the valley? It is as if God decided to make poor Beulah, Vermont, his own personal showcase.
Spoken like a man who spends all his time indoors.
Aren't farmers supposed to be in awe of the splendors of nature?
You need to spend a few weeks on your knees pulling weeds, my friend.
Look at that view.
Ah, no, not for my own heart.
God help me. Enough number.
I was just re-educating Buck here about the splendors of nature.
Oh, well, you love playing the romantic, don't you, Doremus? Hi, Miss Lindy. Hi, Buck. Mom, is there anything to drink yet? Give me a minute. German buck cake. Ah, you know us too well. Oh, will you look at that view? And to think this perfect day will culminate in Buzz Winthrop getting endorsed by Bishop Peter Prang.
Be proud of it, Peter Prang.
And his League of Crazy Forgotten Men, yeah.
We new religious fanatics have become brokers of our political life.
While we were taking in the view. You know, they say that Saracen met with Prang 2 days ago and they made some kind of deal.
Everyone is overreacting. Prang will never endorse Winthrop.
Who else would he endorse?
I agree with Remus. Prang keeps us leveraged by not endorsing anyone.
Besides, Wintrop's too much of a loose cannon for someone like Prang.
Our man Buzz here thinks he can get away with saying anything.
It's working pretty well for him so far.
I've got job with him. He seems hell-bent on offending everyone.
Including the press.
Especially the press.
But he's got you exactly where he wants you, Doremus. The more offensive his remarks, the more papers get sold.
Maybe I should quibble on the head. Sell the Informer and move to Tahiti.
You die of boredom within 2 weeks.
Not part of my company.
Not too far, son!
Looks like the cavalry's outrun the artillery.
I can't keep up.
Where is David?
He's leading the light brigade down the hill.
Fowler, he can't go down there by himself.
I've got him.
Oh, no, Buck, it's too much.
So true, Mary, really. Watch the brave up close. Let's take the hill, General. You take whatever they call you, right?
Well, Buck will never survive by himself. Wait up! Come on, he's fine. Let's take a walk.
Oh, Shad, have you tried the ice cream yet?
If I turned it before I made the tea, it would have melted by the time I got here. You folks ever thought of getting an electric freezer? Or is me having a broken back not matter around here? Let me know.
Jeez, why do you keep that fellow on?
Chad's been with us so long, I've almost grown fond of him.
Have you now?
I found myself up doing a socialism here. Trying to train to be as gracious as the average Neanderthal man.
And you raised me. Neanderthals are your specialty.
Honestly, I feel bad for him. I'm not even sure he can read.
I'm surprised you haven't taken it upon yourself to teach him.
I tried to once, but he took it as an insult.
Oh, you should try making Sissy his tutor.
Sissy?
Haven't you noticed? Shad melts into butter whenever she's around.
Really?
I think she has a better chance of breaching the class divide than Dickens or Schopenhauer.
Chad told me he greatly admired Buzz Winthrop. Can you believe it?
What a beautiful day, isn't it, boys?
It is, my dear. Truly beautiful.
They're about to start the fireworks! Come on, everybody, gather round. Happy 4th, everybody!
There's plugs in, Bob.
These ditties I brought to you by Toily Oily, the natural home for thirsty. Performed for your listening pleasures by the Smoothies, a trio that makes America proud. Here they are again, the Smoothies.
Smoothies? God, who listens to this?
You're on the wrong station, Dad. Here, let me get it for you.
This is Bishop Peter Prang, speaking to you you, my friends of the radio audience, with an announcement pertaining to the upcoming presidential election. An election that will determine the fate of this distraught nation. A single question now hovers over us: whether to endorse any of the candidates who seek nomination for president.
Amazing, isn't it? The sound of these new radios? What did this cost you?
For many
Mom?
months now, I and the League of Forgotten Men have prayed to the Lord for guidance, like Joseph in the desert.
RCA has a new model, even better.
Is David still asleep?
Yes, thank
Our
God.
faith has
Please,
been sorely
everybody, no
tested.
talking. David's
There are
in
no
the back.
easy answers to this complicated question. As you know, we have not been inclined to endorse any candidates.
See? You're not doing it.
Our prayers have been directed to ensure that the control of credit and power to issue money be taken away from the banks.
Sounds like the Communist Manifesto.
That all swollen incomes be severely limited and all inheritances drastically cut.
Unlike Winthrop, these people have ideology.
But Satan is powerful. The League of Forgotten Men must take a stand against all subversive organizations which unfortunately are so largely Jewish.
Of course.
And which must be driven with whips and scorpions off the face of the earth.
Are these people Christians?
In a diabolical sense, yeah.
And so it is that after many months of prayer,
it's
that
not
the directors
that
of the League of
simple,
Forgotten Men and I
everyone does their
myself shall announce that in the coming Democratic National Convention, we shall, without any reservation,
Here it comes.
use our power to secure the Democratic presidential nomination for Senator Berzelius Winthrop and elect him as President of these United States. May God bless Senator Winthrop and may God bless us all.
God help us all.
You told us, Dorinda.
What did she tell you?
I told them that Crane would endorse Winthrop, but none of them believed me.
It surprises me too.
Everything surprises you, Fowler.
Mark my words, Crane's evangelicals will never support Winthrop.
What happened to the separation between church and state?
It's going the way of all flesh,
I said it's going even far.
Leave it down for Roosevelt to form a third party.
which will allow Winthrop to win without the majority.
Price of democracy.
Sometimes I'm tempted to turn communist.
You've read one book, Julian.
Fine idea. Out of the frying pan of Putin and Hitler and into the fire of Uncle Joe Stalin.
Perhaps we should hold off before rushing to judgment?
Philip, the man's a racist and a woman hater.
Yes, Lorinda, he said some terrible and inflammatory things, but why do you think so many people support him?
Well, their collective IQ
And it's
is
not because they're all
below.
stupid and prejudiced and blind. The League of Forgotten Men is aptly named. People want a voice. They want agency over their lives.
Are you supporting Winthrop?
Absolutely not, but if we don't like him, we better figure out the reasons behind his popularity.
Now maybe a minority.
Maybe, listen to yourself, Dad. Your liberal self-righteousness is giving you away.
Self-righteousness?
Philip, you shouldn't speak to
You
your
don't know until
father.
I have to say anyway.
Mom!
Not 10 minutes of peace.
I've got him. Relax, Mary. The young communist and I will read him a bedtime story. Don't think we institute Robert's Rules of Order in this house. Just listen to him, Remus. That's all he wants. Buck, Lorinda, would you join me in the kitchen?
What I was trying to say, Dad, is that even if it's a minority that's supporting Senator Winthrop, you're marginalizing the problem.
About money.
Okay, sure, yes, and identity and trust, as in who can people trust to fight for them?
Even that trust comes at the expense of the truth.
The truth for you may not be the same truth for the average man.
I'm not talking about the individuality of experience. I'm talking about the objective material truth.
Have you ever heard Winthrop speak, Dad? The man knows how to connect with people who are hurting.
Lying to people, Philip. Plain and simple. Ah, perfect. Jack, I'd like to ask you a question.
Now what?
How are you planning to vote?
I told you before.
Humor me, please.
Like I said, I'm voting for Winthrop.
And why is that?
Because he's willing to fight for things. For the working
You
man.
see?
Plus, he's gonna fix it so everybody gets $5,000 immediate.
Exactly, it's about money.
I figure I can start a chicken farm.
Chickens? Didn't all our chickens die on your watch last year?
That kind of money I could buy a couple thousand. Beat the odds this time.
So you believe Senator Winthrop will fulfill this promise of giving you this money?
It's a monetary incentive.
I already started buying equipment on credit.
Credit? The bank gave you credit on Winthrop's campaign promise?
Seems good enough for them.
Really? A $5,000 credit to buy chickens?
People make 10 times on a good farm. I wasn't so low on chickens if I was you, Mr. Jessup. I've been reading up on them.
Not so.
Smarter than they look.
There you have it, Dad. The average man incentivized to better himself.
That's your analysis? This is immoral, Philip. Winthrop is literally buying the election.
It's an expedient political promise made by anyone who's ever run for office.
$5,000 in cash?
And Roosevelt promised to balance the budget, and before him, Hoover promised a chicken in every pot. They all lied, all of them. There's not a single politician in this country who can tell the truth and get elected.
First you say Winthrop is motivating people to create a business practice. Then you say he's lying through his teeth. Which is
It
it?
could be both, I have no idea.
That's the first thing you said that makes any sense.
It's a flaw in our system, Dad. Professional politicians have to rally the troops by any means necessary. But hey, maybe Winthrop will do some good and we should all invest in Shad's little enterprise. Who knows, your Neanderthal man might make a go of it. Take care, Dad.
What happened? Are you all right? Doremus.
By October, Winthrop had secured the Democratic nomination, and Roosevelt had indeed formed a third party. Doremus found himself traveling up and down Beulah Valley, getting interviews, trying to find out the secret to Buzz's growing popularity.
You know why I support Buzz?
The man is funny.
He makes me laugh so hard. He's giving every citizen $5,000.
I got 5,000 reasons for you.
I got debts.
I got kids.
I hear it's $10,000.
What's the point of college if you can't get yourself a decent job?
Our relief check goes away in 61 days.
You know what a mortgage is, mister?
He makes me laugh.
Me too.
I'm telling you, funny.
What a character. You want to talk about lack of character? Let's talk FDR. I never did like FDR.
Ha, Roosevelt. I already changed it from Rosenfeld.
That man doesn't know when to quit.
Look at FDR, starting a third party.
You want to talk about a demagogue?
What's the alternative? Trowbridge?
Trowbridge, the best the Republicans could come up with, is Walter Trowbridge?
You've got to be kidding me. That man's an embarrassment to milquetoast.
I listen to Trowbridge when I want to fall asleep.
Roosevelt and Trowbridge. Professional lies to both of them.
Buzz tells it like it is. You have to respect that.
I'm not saying I agree with all his methods, but
It's time to clean up the garbage.
Maybe it's what we need right now.
I honestly don't care how he does it.
It's the 0 hour, folks. Time to pay the piper.
he was telling the story the other day. Like a regular old story. Like a regular guy telling a regular old story.
Hey, did you hear the one about the Supreme Court?
He's standing in front of the entire Supreme Court, right? And he challenges the Chief Justice to a slingshot competition.
He says to him, you gotta get some more sling in your shot there, Judge. You're too weak. When I get into office, I'm gonna test you all for how much sling you all got. You ready for that? And the whole room goes completely silent.
And the Chief Justice is just sitting there with his mouth hanging open.
And then Buzz starts to crack up, and they realize he's just joshing with them. Then the whole court starts to crack up, and the Chief Justice says, so Buzz, how exactly do you measure the sling in one shot?
Can you believe it? The brass balls on that guy.
He's gotta be president.
USA! USA! USA!
It was astonishing, utterly astonishing. Every single one of them seemed entranced by him.
Did he really threaten the Supreme Court?
Did. It seems the more he humiliates the opposition, the greater the adoration of his followers.
I heard he schooled the Senate on the best way to catch catfish while drinking huge amounts of corn whiskey.
Where did you hear that?
Now, he demonstrated the best way to fall down drunk.
Is it true?
I don't know, but it sounds hilarious.
How can that possibly be true?
That's the thing about Winthrop. It doesn't matter if the stories about him are true, as long as people believe them.
Isn't there anybody in Congress who stand up to this guy?
Congress is in chaos. It doesn't matter if they all hate him.
But can his party take the nomination away from him?
They don't have the guts.
And you honestly think he'll be elected?
Julian, 6 months ago, I would have said to you that there was no way on God's green earth that this fellow could be elected. Now, I have no idea.
Well, it sure sounds like he knows how to put on a show.
Everyone says he's a great speaker. You ever seen his act, Mr. Jessel?
Not Julian. But you know, there's no time like the present. Emma! I have to pack. I have to go to New York. It's time to look the blind mule in the eye.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next President of the United States, Berzelius Buzz Winthrop!
my heart. A heart about the size of the whole moon right about now. Thanks to the thousands of folks who worked so hard on my campaign, under the guidance of my right-hand man, Mr. Lee Saracen, and tonight's special guest, Private Dooley, who proudly served our country during the Civil War and was tonight's honorary captain for our very own Minutemen. And of course, my friend and spiritual advisor, Bishop Peter Prang, the leader of the League of Forgotten Men. Gentlemen, you are forgotten no more! There's also a few people out in the house that I want to especially acknowledge. Wendy and Irving Chung, over there in the audience, I love you guys. You guys have given so much to my campaign. That Wendy can make some mean barbecue, folks! And Bill Bang, is Bill here? Bill, there he is. A great patriot and a great businessman. Bill, like myself, has a great nose for smelling deals that other people can't smell. It's an art, isn't it, Bill? Woo! Makes me perhaps call you a friend, my friend. And so here we are, all of us gathered together on this, dare I say, holy night, only 2 days away from the election, poised for victory. After a tough, hard-fought, free-swing campaign. Think of the odds, folks. Think about how we got here. I mean, I've had more nasty things said about me than anyone who's ever run for office. I mean, can you believe these so-called journalists? Have you ever seen a pack of more lying, disgusting people? They say they want money. Money? I turned down offers from law firms right here in New York for 3 times the money I would get as president. They say I want power. It's true. It's absolutely true. I do want power. Great, big imperial power, but not for me. For you! Snap your enemies! Put Skynet in the classroom! That's our Second Amendment! For our boys in uniform! Power to make every single politician work for you! And power, my friends, to win! 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 So let me tell you something, folks. Right now, we're not winning. We got a whole lot of crooked and lazy people out there.
Whoa! You suck! America, wake up! This man's a liar! A cheater!
What an old boy. You see that? We're bringing back the good old days, folks. But you see, I love that guy. No, really, I do. I love that guy. You know why? Because he's angry. Oh, sure, he's got it all wrong. He's been brainwashed by all the wrong people. Think about it. That anger is the same anger that's fueled our revolution. It's at the heart of the discontent that's spread across this country. What makes us different is we're hard from that anger. Cultivating it for a higher purpose. Growing it is fierce, beautiful, a force of nature that's strong enough to beat back our enemies, protect our loved ones, that can defend our liberty and create a safe home, a safe harbor, a safe haven for every single person living in these United States! Over these past 6 months, I've crisscrossed this great nation of ours. New York to California, Texas to Ohio, Florida, Iowa, Maine, you name it. And everywhere I go, I hear the same thing. Buzz, you gotta fight the good fight! That's my pledge to you tonight, my friends. We're not going to stop talking, walking, till we get to that promised land. People ask if I'm afraid, and I say no. No, I'm not afraid, I tell them, because the greatest people in the world are with me. And that's you! I said, are you with me? And we're going to win big! And then we'll march into history! Held high, we'll illuminate the night, and march straight into that blessed white light! God bless America!
going to be ready till tomorrow.
Sorry, Pascal. My mind is elsewhere.
You writing an article? We heard you were in New York for Winthrop's speech last night.
There, no more than 50 feet away. Heard every word the man said. I can't remember a single one. I just remember being swept up by this force.
Well, Buzzard put a spell on you, huh?
Started thinking, maybe he's not so bad after all. Maybe the act is just that, an act. Maybe they'll be fine. But then I started feeling sick, that I was feeling good about something that was making me sick. You know, for someone who claims she hates Winthrop, you don't seem very distressed, Carl.
You need to brush up on your revolutionary theory, Mr. Jessup. The Winthrop campaign is bringing the class struggle front and center. The system's on the verge of collapse, whether he gets elected or not. You watch as all hell's about to break loose.
And this is a source of happiness for communists.
Mr. Marx couldn't have written it up any better. We're gonna have to give Winthrop a medal for waking everybody up.
So, let me ask you this, Pascal. Tomorrow, will you be voting?
Sure, I'll vote. Well, why are you voting if you don't think it matters who wins? Excuse me, sir. You're always going on about how the election's just a sideshow.
Correct. It's an empty bourgeois ritual. What's the percentage of people who even voted in the last presidential election?
I have no idea.
Just over half?
You see, the system's broken. You know it, and I know it. Hell, even Mr. Jessup here knows it.
The system is fractured, certainly. But this country is not ready for revolution.
People are never ready for revolution. Look at Johnson here. Look at me, what? You prepared to fight, to take to the streets? No, you're not. But if you had to, you would.
The goal is civil discourse, not civil war. What we need is patience.
No offense, Mr. Jessup, but patience is something that only petite bourgeois liberals can afford. We've got 1% of the country, only 42% of the wealth. 42%. The sidewalks in every city in this country are crammed with homeless people. People are dying, Mr. Jessup, every minute of every day. So you go talk to them about patience and civility and the higher ideals of American democracy. You know what answers they got for you right now? Give me food or give me Buzz Winthrop! The only solution is revolution.
Is that a bullhorn I hear before me? Evening, Mr. Jessup. Is Karl Marx Pascal bending your ears back? You gotta be careful with King Karl here. He's one crazy sectarian dog. Believes in violence instead of the evolutionary process of building socialism. If Karl and his comrades had joined me and Norman Thomas and the other intelligent socialists in a united front with Norman Thomas, we wouldn't be sitting here wondering if Bill Buzzard's gonna be our next president.
Winter's not the point, John, and you know it.
First, you don't endorse FDR for the nomination. So he's got to go the third party route. And now, when it's down to the wire in a tight race, you and your comrades in the Communist Party are off siphoning your votes to your own damn candidate, Earl Browder. Seriously?
Browder's the only one representing the interest of the working class.
So what? Buzzard Winthrop, the biggest fascist threat this country has ever faced, might become president because you're going to vote for Earl Browder?
It's too easy to blame everything on Winthrop, John. Why don't you read Marx instead of always gassing about him? Winthrop's just something nasty that we vomited up. It's the sickness that made us throw him up that we've got to attend to.
You and your comrades are handing him the election.
Forget the election, John. We're in a revolutionary moment.
We're not building a vanguard party, Karl. We're building a mass movement, and mass action can only take place through a united front. United, as in a uniting of a majority of people. And until people like Mr. Jessup don't join, we can't have a party that'll accomplish anything. Am I right, Mr. Jessup?
I'm afraid I disagree.
With who?
Everyone. I prefer mass action by one person.
Mass action by one person. How does that work?
It means that change cannot be implemented by any party or state. Because everything that's worthwhile in this world begins with the individual.
Well, you and Henry David Thoreau better figure out that we're all sharing the same bathtub. But John's right about one thing. We're gonna need everybody we can get for the next go-round.
Gotta go, Mr. Jessup. Big union meeting tonight. You wanna come? Bound to be some fur-fun about tomorrow's election. Might be good for whatever you're writing about.
Mind if I stay for a few minutes? I need to jot down a couple of things.
Lock up after Mr. Jessup, will you, Johnson? We'll save a seat for you at the meeting. And you, sir, don't forget to vote. Karl, where are you going? The door is this way.
We can get out this way.
It's locked.
Then unlock it. It's a lot faster than walking all the way around.
I'm not unlocking anything. Will you come on?
All right.
My God, always with the shortcuts.
I'm telling you, it's faster that way.
You'd argue with your own damn grandmother.
My grandmother's dead.
That's probably why.
So what do you think, Mr. Jessup?
About what?
Oh, I don't know. Are you ready for a revolution?
On November 3rd, 1936, Mr. Rusilius Winthrop was elected the 33rd President of the United States.
God, what have we done?
He wasted no time, quite literally, by giving the shortest inauguration speech in history.
My fellow Americans, as President of the United States of America, I want to inform you that the real New Deal will start right this minute. We're all going to enjoy the manifold liberties and discover history confidence. And have a whale of a good time doing it. I thank you.
All were invited to the inaugural festivities.
Including Mr. Roosevelt.
Who unfortunately had to back off, claiming he was deathly ill.
Although he was seen later that day in a New York bookshop buying books on gardening and looking abnormally cheerful.
President Winthrop chose the age-old custom of giving his political adversaries diplomatic posts in countries as far away as possible.
Herbert Hoover was given Brazil.
And Mr. Roosevelt, Liberia, which he declined.
Mrs. Adelaide Tarkiewicz, after a spirited campaign for Mr. Winthrop, was publicly angry that she was offered a position no higher than a post in the customs office of Nome, Alaska.
I demand that there immediately be created the cabinet position of Secretaries of Domestic Science, Child Welfare, and Anti-Vice.
Her demand being denied, she threatened to turn Republican or communistic. But in April, she was found in Hollywood writing a scenario for a giant motion picture to be called
The Revolt of the Beavers, a love story.
This is truly absurd.
The celebratory mood was suddenly cut short when President Winthrop heard from Secretary of State Lee Saracen.
Sir, we have substantiated reports that Mexico, Europe, and Russia are colluding to plot our downfall.
My fellow Americans, I've just received substantiated reports that Mexico, Europe, and Russia are colluding to plot against us. For that reason, I'm placing the country on high alert.
Emma! My God.
What is it now?
Have you heard? Have you heard what they're doing? They're building a police state.
Oh, you worry too much. I have to go run some errands. It'll work out, Doremus.
In addition, I am by executive order authorizing the Minutemen to serve as an armed militia. These brave men and women, now numbered 500,000 strong, keep our borders safe and stand at the ready to attack our enemies.
Remus Jessup felt himself getting small, felt himself drifting for what seemed like days on end, until he found himself standing in the nave of a church.
I'd give anything for a sermon that would restore my faith in humanity.
But instead, he found
Now, amidst our changing times, what so many of us fail to realize is how we sin. How any sin that we ourselves may commit not only reflects on ourselves, but on those that we sin against.
So we looked for solace elsewhere.
on a sleety night in the middle of winter, Doremus drove through the street of Verbila, the wind howling with a velocity that felt diabolical. At last, he arrived at his destination, and there he found Lorinda Pike closing up the Beulah Valley Tavern.
It's evil out there.
Are we talking about Winthrop or the weather?
There's an unconfirmed report of over 100 congressmen being charged, inciting to riot.
That's rich. Accusing others of being thugs. You know, yesterday I saw a gang of Minutemen beating up a protester in front of City Hall. He was just a kid with a sign.
I hear Trowbridge may have fled to Canada. If I try to get a source to confirm any of it, I have the feeling they'll arrest me too. If I didn't hate Canadian ale so much, I'd have a mind to grab the family and sneak off myself. I'd take you too, of course.
Would you now?
I'd have to. Couldn't go on without you.
We all go on, one way or another, but someone has to stay and fight.
I'm too old for jail, indeed. I went to church this morning, of all things. The parish my father preached. I was looking for...
What?
I don't know. Completely at sea. I wake up every morning and for a few brief seconds I'm at ease. Then the realization of what's happening comes flooding back to my brain and I start feeling sick. My bed is like a small boat that's about to capsize. It's all I can do to get up and not fall back down again.
How's the rest of the clan holding up?
Phillips virtually disappeared. His practice is booming, but he's become impossible to reach.
The price of success?
I suppose so. It's also strange. Mary and Fowler are consumed by the day-to-day. Sissy is spinning out of control, and Emma listens to the radio and says, "How dreadful!" And then goes off to worry about the saucepan got burned.
Home sweet home.
I spent my entire time in church yesterday calculating how many days I've got left in my life. What are we doing, Lorinda? None of this makes any sense. Why don't we just get up and get out of here?
Where exactly would we go?
No, anywhere. Tahiti.
What are you pretending at, Remus? If you're looking for God or your father...
I'm not looking for anything except you.
That is the biggest lie you've ever told me.
I'm not lying to
Then
you.
you're lying to yourself.
Do you ever stop to think how curious it is that neither one of us feels any guilt or embarrassment? And yet we're reasonably responsible people.
There's nothing reasonable about us. What is it?
There's a fellow over there watching the place. Do you see him?
Standing behind that big bush across the road. Yeah.
I suspect it's my hired man.
Chad?
He's been lurking in all kinds of places lately. A bit of blackmail, I suppose.
Good evening, Father.
Whoa!
You're drunk?
Can I have some tea?
Yeah, of course.
Sissy, we need to be going home.
It's cold outside.
Sissy.
I saw your car outside and I thought, what is Dad doing at Lindy's so late?
We were talking
About politics.
Politics.
Time to go home. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, Miss Lindy.
Bye.
So, Dad, you go to Lindy's often?
No, not especially.
Like every day, right?
Yeah, in the car. Shouldn't you be home, Chad? The furnace needs tending.
Who are you yelling at?
No one.
Okay. So, Dad, you and Lindy, you're these wild-eyed reformers. You belong together.
What?
Why don't you and her, kind of be lovers?
That's enough, Cecilia.
What are you so scared of? It's not like you and Mom have shared a bed in the last 10 years.
That's none of your business.
I live in the same house, I see what's going on. Or what's not going on.
This conversation is over.
We talk about everything under the sun, so I don't know why we can't talk about...
Watch out! Sorry.
I'm dizzy.
Sorry, I just... Listen, Sissy. You can't be flip about such serious things.
I hate to break it to you, Dad, but you've got all these ideas of freedom running inside your head that never make it below your neckline. And if you're going to fight Winthrop and his league of for God's sakers, you've got to get some life back into you. Take off the lace mitts and put on those brass knuckles instead of being so wretched all the time.
I'm not wretched, but...
You're worse than wretched. You're an old sourpuss.
Be serious.
I am being serious. The whole world has gone upside down crazy. And there are men with guns on every street corner, and it's wacky scary out there. But what scares me more is you! The man whose idea of a good bedtime story was Thomas Jefferson. And I liked it, Dad. Heck, you're the one who taught me. If you want to know who you are, then don't ask. Act. So do it. Act. Do something. Anything to stop this moping around like a dog who's lost its bone. Sorry, Dad, but nice young ladies, they're not these days.
You're a remarkable young woman, Sissy. But I wouldn't list comforting people as one of your virtues.
Love you too, Dad.
Listen, about your mother...
Don't worry about Mom. She's a lot stronger than you.
Evening, Miss Sissy.
Chad, what are you doing here?
Didn't mean to frighten you. Always nice to see you.
Get in the house. Tell your mother I'll be right in.
You have a good night.
What do you think you're doing?
Just come from work.
Work? Really? You were supposed to be here.
I go wherever you do, Chief.
So you admit you were spying on me.
No, Mrs. Paddock. Not a honey nut Paddock.
You're fired, Ledoux.
Funny! I was going to tell you the same.
You were going to fire me?
I would have written you a note, but seeing as how you probably don't think I can write, I thought it'd be a waste of time. So I skipped the note. But if it had, it would have said that I have a new employer.
Ah, the Minutemen. I see. Well, good luck working for free.
Change your policy, Chief. They're paying now. Not much, just twice what you pay. And look at what they gave me. Little welcome aboard gift. A lot of room for advancement too. So long, Chief. No need for sad goodbyes. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around. Small town, Fort Beulah. This is a state of emergency. Please return to your homes. I repeat, a state of emergency. Those found in the public without proper credentials will be subject to arrest.
My fellow countrymen, as of 9:25 this evening, I've declared a state of martial law. This proclamation of martial law is not a military takeover. It is a power embedded in the Constitution to protect our republic whenever confronted by the danger of a violent overthrow. Such a danger now confronts us. By implementing martial law, we take all necessary steps to protect our republic to protect our streets and every citizen of this great nation.
Mr. President, as I sit and write this, a darkness like no other descends on my hometown. The air, once light with promise, is now thick with fear. The currency of grace that once moved freely throughout the daily discourse of our citizenry has evaporated, replaced by an acrimony so vicious as to destroy our very humanity. There is no peace to soothe our suffering, no trust to restore our faith, no empathy to inspire generosity. There is only the disease of despair and the dull ache of survival. We lie in our beds at night, Mr. President, afraid of sleep, afraid of what our dreams of tomorrow will bring. You, sir, are to blame for this. You and your ever-growing legion of Minutemen, those mercenary pirates who stand ready for your every new command to terrorize us. They roam the streets like drunken bullies, happy to intimidate anyone unlucky enough to cross their path, and hungry to beat up anyone who objects. The possibility of murder makes them giddy, and they yearn for the day when that final atrocity becomes legal. They're your henchmen, your hounds, and you bear full responsibility for every action they take and every crime they commit. I myself have waited far too long to speak out publicly against your assault on our democracy. whether it be from comfort or apathy or pure cowardice. Whether my vision was clouded by class allegiance or intellectual rigidity, I could not see what in fact was happening. Like some poor penitent, I kept waiting for some miracle that might restore us to sanity. But as the days have gone by, the memory of our past history, of America's democratic legacy of civility, compromise, and the fundamental rights of every person has, like my hometown, receded into darkness. I reject you as my president, Mr. Winthrop. I reject you as the man who represents the United States of America. May God have mercy on your soul.
Good God in heaven. Hater.
Dad?
As your lawyer, I strongly advise you not to print this.
What will become of us? Go ahead, Pop, print it.
Fowler!
They can't touch him.
Wake up, Fowler!
He's too strong in Pula Valley for them to dare to lift a hand against him.
You realize that under the new law of sedition, you'll be incarcerated.
You know they'll come for you.
Is it too late to stop
I
it?
think it'd be criminal if somebody did try to stop these people.
You're asking my opinion?
If you're asking me to vote, I'd have to say
Yes. I'd have to say yes.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
You have to run it, yes!
Only you know, Dad. Only you know what to do.
Remus Jessup, editor, The Daily Informer.
Doremus stood at the window the morning his editorial appeared, looking down at the gathering mob.
Get out of here! Let go of me!
Jessup deserves lynching, but we got orders.
It was before 9 in the morning when Doremus reached his cell.
Which had a cot with a damp straw mattress,
A stool, a wash basin with one tap for cool water,
2 hooks for clothes,
and a small barred window. He remained there,
without food.
with only tap water caught in his doubled palm.
Day passed into night. He stared. He tried to sleep but couldn't. Until finally, the dawn came.
Next case, D. Jessup, editor-in-chief of the Daily Informer. No!
Military Judge Effingham Swan. Sorry to have to trouble you. Just a routine query. Do sit down. Mr. Doremus.
My name is Jessup. Doremus is my first name.
Ah, Jessup. From the Hebrew, no? Yosef. I trust you know the etymology of Yosef.
May God give you sons.
And you have a son, I believe, Mr. Jessup. So God has lived up to his end of the bargain. Still, isn't astonishing that Jessup, a name from ancient Canaan, could transform itself some thousands of years later into purebred Protestant New England stock. Still in all, and unfortunate lineage to be a part of at this historical moment.
I'm an American, sir, and I'm very proud of my lineage.
You see there, Ledoux, courage mixed with a rapacious intelligence and just a hint of defiance. I like this man. More importantly, I respect this man.
Look, Swan, are you formally charging me? Because if you
There's
are...
no need to jump to hasty conclusions, my good man. I much prefer for us to remain on collegial terms. So let's go with Doremus, shall we? The mother of Perseus and the wife of Zeus, I believe. Well, one of them, anyway. Now, Doremus, I asked my friends, the Minutemen, to invite you here. I trust they were not too unfortunate.
They were all of what you would call importunate.
My deepest apologies. But I was in a rush, you see. I need your advice as a journalist. Now, does it seem to you that most of the people are coming to their senses and ready to accept the new order of things?
I thought I was dragged here because of an editorial I wrote about Winthrop.
Oh, was that you? Ah, you see, one does have such a wretched memory. Yes, I do seem to remember some minor incident of that sort mentioned in the agenda.
What are your charges against me?
Just trifling things. Criminal libel and high treason and homicidal incitement to violence. The usual boring things. And all easily gotten rid of if you could just give us a list of every person in the vicinity that you know of who is opposed to the administration.
You can't be serious.
But I assure you, sir, I am.
I insist on having my lawyer tell you.
You don't understand, my dear Doremus. Habeas corpus and process, they've been suspended. Just temporarily, of course. In the current crisis, and this unfortunate necessity of martial law is something we have to navigate.
Then it's one that's a bold line.
Commander, my dear fellow. Commander.
You know well and good it isn't temporary. It's permanent.
Can I be frank with you, Doremus? I already have all I need, both the actual text of your editorial and the testimony of Captain Ledoux, to take you out and shoot you.
What?
I assure you that I'm quite empowered to do so. But one really is too merciful. So perhaps we can find a better use for you than as fertilizer. Don't you agree? You will be released on parole to assist a new editor for the Informer who will be handpicked by the authorities, but who doubtless need certain points of technical training. And starting next Monday, you will begin publishing articles that fully respect the ideals and intentions of the administration. You'll enjoy that, I think.
What the hell is going on here?
Who is our impetuous friend?
Doc Greenhill, Jessup's son-in-law.
Ah, another son. God in his beneficence. The good-looking young man as well.
A few days ago, I offered him to be in charge of the medical inspection for all the Minutemen in the county, and he refused.
Did he indeed?
He said you and me should be digging ditches in the labor camp.
He's a liar. I never mentioned you. I don't even know who you are.
My name is Commander Effingham Swan.
Well, Swan, that still doesn't enlighten me. I've never heard of you.
How'd you get past the guards?
They know me. I've treated most of your teenage thugs for various unmentionable diseases.
How very kind of you.
I've come here to warn you two bit goons that
What the hell did you call
Let him
us?
finish. I want to listen to this whole longer.
I've come here to tell you that I've had enough. Everybody's had enough! This man is one of the most honest and respected men in Beulah Valley. And if you think for 1 second that your toy soldier uniforms give you some sort of dispensation from the law.
Thank you, Doctor. I think we've heard enough from the comrade, don't you, Commissioner? Take the bastard out and shoot him.
You can't.
I told you, I am quite empowered to do so.
Grab the son of a bitch and take him outside.
You cannot do this, this is outrageous! By any law under heaven, you have no right! This is the United States, man! The United States of America!
everything all right?
Emma, do you think I'm selfish?
Yes.
I do.
What's so urgent you couldn't call me about it on the phone?
It's happening this afternoon. They arrested the editor of the Rutland Herald.
That's impossible. I would have heard.
No publicity. I got it from an engineer I know who works the Rutland Milk Train.
Have you seen the new order of regulation? Any person who discredits the state will be executed or interned, and they're targeting journalists.
We're not cooperating
So
with
is the
them.
editor of the Rutland Herald.
You're overreacting.
Or not, you have to leave, Doremus.
But if we leave now, how can we get back?
You won't.
You'll have.
You have to keep running. They're going to come after you. They're going to kill you.
Fine, let's go then.
Go get the rest of the family.
I'll pick up.
What's going on?
We have to leave. All of you. Just not away.
Leave for where?
Canada. You'll have to go by car. A week ago you could have flown, but they stopped all the flights.
This is insane.
Buck will drive you.
I've got a Canadian driver's license with spec plates. It's snowing too hard for them to care about anyone on the road tonight.
Tonight? That's impossible.
We need time. I have to go to the bank. I have a
If you wait until tomorrow, it could be too late.
Oh my God.
I've got 1,500 Canadian for you. Get the rest of you soon enough.
But I'm not guilty of anything. Why am I running?
Save life.
We got here as fast as we could.
They're coming for your father. There's no time to explain. You have to pack up and leave right away.
What about the house? What about our
You
things?
can worry about all that later when you're safe.
It's okay. It'll be okay.
Come, we have to pack.
I'll help you. I'll help you, Mrs. Jessup.
I'm not leaving. I can't. Not without my son.
It's not safe to bring him right now.
I'm not going anywhere.
Mary, listen to me. Philip and his family are taking good care of him. I'll bring him to you as soon as humanly possible. I promise. Promise.
I'll go pack.
Let's start the car again.
Come on. In Canada, you'll have time to catch your breath. Join Trowbridge.
As soon as I'm safe, I'll contact you.
It may not be safe.
How will I contact you then?
We'll find a way.
So, anyone want some coconut layer cake?
We are fleeing for our lives, and you brought coconut layer cake?
Well, we were running all over the world. I thought we might want something sweet.
We're only going to Canada, Emma. You right back there, Mary?
Oh, she's all right. Aren't you?
I thought cars had heat in them.
Lucky. Snow's keeping the temperature up. We should be the same when it gets really cold.
We're lucky we even have this car.
It'd be easier to be grateful if I could feel my feet.
Can you see anything through this windshield?
No.
If I can't see anything, how can you?
Prattling on about it doesn't help.
Hold my hand, Dad.
You're scared.
Isn't everybody?
Border's right up ahead.
Nobody stopped us.
Nope. We'll make it all right. We'll make it. Last thing.
What are we saying? What's happening?
Quiet! Let the fuck do the talking.
Destination?
Montreal. Where we live.
Goddamn lousy weather you're driving in.
Watch your tongue, sir. There are women present.
You don't say. How you doing, honey? Have to be headed home?
Of course.
What part of Montreal are y'all from?
Point St. Charles. Near the river.
Is that right? Guess you forgot where you live, eh? Honey?
You'll have to wait until the battalion leader comes.
What's that?
Hard to say. Maybe noon, maybe evening.
We can't do that. The weather's shit.
Another sick, Mom? That's fine.
It's the truth.
That may be so, but you still have to wait if you want to get across. New regulations.
But we...
It does seem funny. You guys taking this back road when there's a first-rate highway not far from here. Ain't it funny, Sam?
Mm-hmm. Listen, mister, if I were you, I'd just go on and get back the heck I came from.
Unless the girls want to come inside, warm us up a bit. I'll flip you for the one in front.
How dare you!
Shut your damn mouth, Grandpa.
You get my point, mister.
All right, we'll head back to Expression.
Take off. You heard him. Get out of here.
Do you remember that story I told you about John Brown?
The one where you start off scared and end with a gun in your hand? Except I thought that was just a story.
We can try again tomorrow.
I am never doing that again. Come on, girls.
You give another go, Remus. Family come around.
It's too dangerous. We have to assume we're being watched now. And I can't put them at risk.
What other option is there?
We stay. We bide our time. I need to think of an alternate plan.
Think fast, please. Wolves are at the gate.
Across the border in Canada, a group of expatriates were being recruited into a small army.
Teachers and dog workers,
Nurses and lawyers
Farmhands and factory workers.
were coming together as small agents of the new underground.
taking on disguises, they altered their identities as they prepared to take back their homeland.
My name is Divin. I'd like to discuss your life insurance policy.
Inside the White House, a bodyguard stood outside the Oval Office.
Out of the way.
No!
President, he was strict order.
I am the Secretary of State, for God's sake.
No exceptions.
You idiot. I'm the one who put him in office. Without me, he's a know-nothing Hague senator chairing the Animal Health Committee.
No!
I'll be back.
President Winthrop had taken to carrying his own personal firearm.
For as much as you love the people, you feared and detested actual persons.
It was astonishing how many people were being arrested. There simply wasn't enough room for the flood of new criminals, and so concentration camps were opened. Trianon, a girls' preparatory school just outside of Fort Beulah, was easily converted to this new usage.
Journalists continued to be targeted as enemies of the state.
Mr. Remus Jessup decided to get out of the direct line of fire.
Where do you think you're going? I didn't give you permission to leave.
I'm retiring, effective immediately.
Get back to work, Jessup. Enjoying the view too much, watching you lick Buzz Windrop's boots every day.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Shad, but it's still within my rights to retire. Time to enjoy the good life in President Windrop's America.
Still full of yourself, eh, Jessup?
Old habit from bygone days.
Tell you what, you put in a good word for me with Miss Sissy. I let you walk. She's special, that girl.
Stay away from my daughter.
You don't want to play ball with me? Fine, it's your funeral. Now get back to work before you find yourself in Trianon.
Your superiors don't agree, Commissioner. They've approved my retirement.
We'll see about this. We're not through, Jessup.
Remus's retirement wasn't retirement at all. He was still desperate to fight against Winthrop, and so he decided to work with the Democratic Socialists and Communists.
You're acting like this is the first time anything like this has ever happened.
That's the thing about you, Mr. Jessup, your capacity to be surprised.
We've never faced these conditions before.
No, just the preconditions. Remember during the last war when they renamed sauerkraut Liberty Cabbage?
Or when Tennessee, Oklahoma, or Florida outlawed the teaching of evolution?
Yes, we've battled hysteria before, but we've always righted the ship, come back to some semblance of reason and order, and Trowbridge is our best hope in finding a way to do that.
Walter Trowbridge is a social reformer who's doing the work of the capitalists.
How can you be opposed to social reform, Pascal? It's the bedrock of political progress.
Tell them to the sharecroppers and the migrant workers.
So you passed laws establishing the right to create unions.
While the unemployment line keeps growing. The system's broken. Capitalism trumps democracy. Where are you going to see that?
Listen, Mr. Jessup, there's a part of me who wants to believe in Trowbridge myself. He's up there in Canada, putting together something that feels honest and decent. But then you have to question his political pedigree. Who really put Walter Trowbridge in the Senate? Big business, big money. And they don't care who's in office, the name of the party, or even the name of the country, as long as they're the ones controlling the show. You don't think they'll come calling if old Walter ever makes it back stateside? Hell, they're probably funding his rebellion while propping up Windrop's fascist state at the same time. Carl's right. We need a new system.
New system? new laws, a new state which will make promises and provide a grand solution. The only problem is that there is no solution. There will never be a society which is anything close to perfect because there will always be men who prey on others, who seek enormous power and who want to control our destinies. Whether they're called kings, comrades, patriots, or little brothers of the poor. So the sooner we discard this idea of solutions, the sooner we can get on with the messy work of democracy and staying true to our values and our rights.
I'm not giving up on you, Mr. Jessup. You watch. One day you are going to join us.
Good luck, Mr. Jessup, and take care.
Starting to sound like an apologist for Trowbridge, John. Just shut it, Carl.
Mr. Jessup?
Don't know your name, sir, but I do know you've been spying on me all week.
My name is Dimmick. I'd like to sell you some life insurance.
You've been stalking me to sell life
There
insurance?
isn't much time, so listen closely. I represent Walter Trowbridge and the New Underground. We have 4 divisions: printing propaganda, distributing it, exchanging suppressed news stories, and smuggling suspects into Mexico and Canada. You've been identified as someone who can work with us. As you don't know me, you'll suspect I work for the Minutemen. Take a look at these credentials and call the person listed here, who I believe you know and trust. He's one of us. And for God's sake, be careful out there. Assume your line is tapped. Ask you if my insurance policy is legit, he will give you his opinion. If you wish to join us, tell him you want to buy a policy. Are we clear?
I always suspected I was underinsured.
Good luck.
Doremus bought the policy. If you have no skills as a spy, the danger would be great. But you would be working in the grand old American tradition of writing seditious propaganda.
More than one Jessup was up to a little high treason. Mary threw herself into the work of a courier, taking her favorite gift from Fowler, a mink overcoat, and lining it with pockets that could hide secret pamphlets.
While Sissy went about trying to win the confidence of Shad Ledoux. She found him one evening outside Billy's bar, favored him among the Minutemen.
The Sissy? What are you doing here?
Looking for you, Shad.
Get lost, boys. I don't recall you glancing much in my direction back when I was a hired hand.
And look at you now, driving around in a Lincoln Continental. I heard rumors that pretty soon you're going to be commander.
I don't bet you would stop the rumors.
I always think he was my oldest playmate, Shad. Remember when I used to chase after you and ask if I could run the lawnmower?
Long time ago.
We had so much fun laughing and horsing around together.
Yeah, back when I was cleaning your father's boots.
It makes me tired, Shad. You acting as if you're ashamed of having worked for us. My father was a hired man just like you. He split wood and tended lawns for all his neighbors. And he was awful grateful for the money, too.
Is that a fact? The old man used to pull a rake?
Honest to God. You do like him, don't you, Shad? Nobody knows how sweet he is. I mean, in these sort of complicated times, we've got to protect him. From people who might not understand him. From outsiders. You'll protect him, won't you, Shad?
Well, I'll do what I can. Just as long as he behaves himself, baby.
I'm so grateful to you.
Is that a fact? I thought you were sweet on that piss Aunt Julia.
Things change, Shad. You know that better than anyone.
True enough.
Everyone looks up to you now, Shad. The way you've taken over. And I've been watching. Nobody misses the Shad Ledoux.
You got that right.
I want to be on the right side of this thing, Shad.
You wouldn't be messing me about, would you, Miss Sissy?
What do you think?
Why don't you come back down to my place so we can get to know each other a little better?
I think that sounds like a great idea. I want to hear about everything you're doing.
Buck Tice's basement became the new headquarters for Fort Beulah's cells of the New Underground.
The press was stolen, the text smuggled, the paper shipped from Canada.
Within days, the Vermont Vigilance,
A 4-page weekly that usually had 3 pages. It came out 2 times a week.
Began to appear in the oddest places.
Doremus Jessup was back to being a real journalist, investigating leads and digging for the truth.
Listen, Dad. I've been getting chummy with Shad.
Chummy?
Don't bust your gullet, Dad. Okay. He's so nice to me and...
Nice? What?
Okay, well, I don't protect myself. Anyways, so
He and Frank Tasbro have jiggered the numbers on all these new construction sites going on, and he keeps in a little red book right there in his house.
You did not.
I did. I photographed the little book he keeps.
Do you know what he'll do if he finds out?
Relax. That little red book is already back in its place, safe and sound.
You think you're gonna get away with this?
Well, I already did.
If you think you can control Shad, you're mistaken.
I know how to control Shad. I have the photographs. There's nothing to worry about.
Until he flies into a violent rage when you reject him. How do you think he's gonna react when you tell him that the chummy days are over?
I know how to control Shad. Do you want the photographs or not?
Sadly, yes, I do.
Here it is, the latest issue.
Please be careful, Mary.
What can they do that already hasn't been done to me?
Photographs of Shad's crooked ledgers.
Sissy,
She says enough to put him in jail.
that girl is fearless.
Reckless, too.
I love her. Oh, you too. I love you too.
It was the strangest thing. Outside, the world continued to consume itself. But within the confines of Buck Geist's basement, there was complete freedom.
Mr. Jessup, sorry to interrupt, sir, but I've only got a few moments.
What is this, Julian?
Don't be alarmed, Mr. Jessup. This is the best way for me to fight them.
You're not equipped for this, son.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not sure any of us are equipped.
Does Sissy know about this?
She and I both had the idea. I think she's jealous of me going undercover.
Sounds like her.
I've got to get back. Lots of books to burn tonight. I'll try to save her Thomas Jefferson College.
I've been contacted by the new underground. They're relocating me to Beecher Falls near the Canadian border. I have to leave.
Leave? But when?
Tonight.
But no.
Please, Doremus.
Tell them you have an obligation, or a medical condition or something.
I'm not going to lie.
Then tell them the truth. That we finally figured out a way to be together.
And I loved it,
Then
but...
stay.
But it's coming to an end. This time together, it was a gift, but it was never going to last.
I hate your certainty right now. I hate it.
Your expose of Swan, waiting for your final edit. Hide it someplace safe.
Right.
I'm serious. This manuscript could get you killed. Be careful, Doremus. Take your own advice.
The new underground sent out a warning from headquarters in Montreal about being caught distributing propaganda. Agents were disappearing.
The time is now 10 p.m. All unauthorized personnel need to stay inside their homes until 6 a.m. Those found in the public without proper credentials will be subject to arrest.
Are you awake, Remus? It's so dark. Turn on the lights.
I'll get them.
No. Get them off.
Was that thunder?
Go back to your rooms.
Someone's inside! Who is it? Dad!
You have no right. I demand. Ah. Damn you!
Stop it! Stop it!
Just like Miss Sissy said, no one messes with Shadow Dew. Jessup, you're under arrest.
Remus!
Doremus Jessup, do you plead guilty to seditious activities?
Absolutely not.
I have here in my hands a modest publication lyrically entitled The Notorious Crimes of Commander Effingham Swan. Is this your handiwork? His mendacity knows no bounds. All right, decent start. I like mendacity. There's a bit of an exotic ring to it. But then, he decides on a whim as to who lives or dies, what methods will best serve his relentless campaign of terror and torture against the innocent, unsuspecting citizens of Beulah Valley. Really, Jessup? A bit of purple prose here, don't you think? Horace would not be impressed.
I did not write that.
I certainly hope not. But you see my dilemma. If not you, then who? One of your playmates? Mr. Buck Titus? Or perhaps the Pike Horn? A name or two would go a long way into enlisting the mercy of this court.
You know, Swan, I have a confession to make. I'm an agnostic. I've gone to church regularly all my life. But my faith has always been compromised by my fear of death. Over the years, I've tried to eradicate this fear, but I haven't been able to completely shake it. Not until now. The idea of giving you names to save my skin is so magnificently repulsive, so fantastically clarifying, that it almost makes me feel lightheaded. To put my life in the final service of resisting you and the disease you infect the world with is nothing short of liberation. With a few bilious words of your mouth, Swan, you allowed me to conquer my greatest fear. I thank you for that, sir.
I see. County Commissioner Ledoux, is it or is it not true that Miss Jessup has tried to persuade you to join a violent plot against my person?
It's true.
You know it's not Ledoux.
I think that the testimony of Commissioner Ledoux, plus this manuscript, which was found in the prisoner's home, is more than sufficient evidence to convict. The standard sentence for this sort of seditious activity is execution. But I believe this case calls for a show of lenience. You see, Jessup, I want you alive. It will provide a measure of daily comfort for me to think of you in prison. So I hereby sentence you, Miss Jessup, to be held in a concentration camp at the will of the court for a minimum of 25 years.
Shirt. Deep breath. Again. Open your eyes wide open for me. Teeth. Any pain?
Plenty.
Can you work?
Out of what? Put your shirt on, Jessup. Hurry up. Said, hurry up. That's as fast as you can go. The doctor asked you a question. Do you remember the question? I said, do you remember the question? Can you work? Yes, yes, yes.
Approved.
Pascal?
Mr. Jessup, finally come to join the proletariat, I see.
Just in time, too. Carl can talk you to death instead of me.
What happened with your head?
A gift from the Minutemen. They accused me of being a communist, you believe that?
Big Mouth over here decided to school the Minutemen on the difference between communism and socialism.
For which they decided to make me a member of the lumpen proletariat.
I told you it was all going to hell, didn't I?
You did, Pascal. I just didn't realize you were speaking literally.
Roll call, all prisoners report front and center.
Look,
Anthony, you here?
what happened?
The dude and his boys found out I was sniffing around town looking for parts of the printing press. Came in and busted up the place.
I will not
better than the printing press.
What about...
Will you shut it? You're gonna get us all killed.
They've frozen the bank accounts of every man in here. I'm sure I'm gonna need some money.
Windrup's supposedly getting more paranoid by the day.
Use that $5,000 you promised.
He saw his bars off all the time about the joke of him. So he got the pistol out of his desk and started shooting at it. He can't last much longer.
We also thought he'd never get elected.
How you doing there, John?
Never been better.
Hang in there, man. Got a lot of work to do once we get out of this place.
Hey, you got up and busting us out of here, Pascal?
Gotta be a way. Half the guards are on the take.
You really think you can buy your way out?
There's always a way, Mr. Jessup. After all, this is America. Sit down, John. Catch your breath.
God! Julian! Mr. Jessup.
You need to see a doctor! Guard!
No,
Guard!
no, please. Don't. Only make it worse. They want to make an example of me.
Did somebody rat you out?
Shall do. Call me red-handed. I was trying to copy down the names of the people they're about to arrest.
Tell me, was Sissy involved?
Her name's not on anything.
The rest of my family.
I was checked in on Mrs. Jessup a few weeks ago. She seems to be doing fine. Mary's moved out of the house, and Sissy was talking about heading down to Beecher Falls to work for Mrs. Pike. But no one's hurt. They're all safe.
Thank God.
John! John, talk to me! We're losing him! Talk
Guard!
to me, John!
Man down!
No!
Guard!
Hold on, brother!
He's gone, Carl.
Stay with me, John. Stay with me. Well.
Down mighty have fallen.
Nice to have you here with us,
The
Sean.
man responsible for half of us being here.
That's why they're keeping him away from us.
He looks half dead already.
But they can't protect him. Soon as we hit the yard, we jump.
Pascal, stop. All of you.
My God, Mr. Jessup, are you still a bourgeois pacifist after all you've been through?
If we kill him, Carl, we become just like him.
There's no part of that pig's life worth saving.
You think I want revenge? I like to tear his bones right out of his body. But he's still a human being.
The hell he is! Gave up his rights as a human being a long time ago. Well, that's the call for the yard.
I can't be a part of this.
Nobody's asking you to do anything, Mr. Jessup.
I need to see Commander Swan. It's a matter of great urgency.
Your business?
I have information regarding seditious activity.
And what might that be?
Well, I'm afraid I have to speak to him personally.
The commander's not in. You have to give it to...
Sergeant, please. This information is of such highly sensitive nature, he can only hear it directly from me. It relates specifically to his well-being.
Lady, I don't care how urgent your business is.
My well-being, is it? I'm flattered my safety is of such concern to you, Mrs.
Fowler, thank God.
Please take off your coat, Mrs. Fowler. Please.
Of course.
Coat's clean.
And if you would be so kind as let us conduct a gentle search of your person. I'm sure you understand.
Sir, I must protest. This is offensive to...
Please. Would you give us a minute? Now, Mrs. Fowler, you're concerned for my safety.
Yes. Well, I overheard two men discussing You, Commander Swan, saying terrible things.
These are turbulent times, Mrs. Fowler.
Mary,
Mary. What were these men saying exactly?
well, one of them said,
Go on.
ashamed to repeat it.
Believe me, Mary, I've heard the most outrageous slander against my good name. Nothing you say could possibly disturb me.
Well, sir, they said you wasted your privilege of your education at Harvard and Oxford, and that you used your training as a lawyer and then as an investment banker for the sole purpose of attaining men and subjugating them at your own will, and your Bostonian manners were, what do they call it? A well-oiled facade to cover your nefarious intentions.
My nefarious intentions.
They called you a murderer, sir, of innocent people.
Indeed.
I defended you, sir, I did. But they laughed at me and called me terrible names.
And the names of these men?
They're planning to kill you, I am certain. Would it be so awful if someone took a shot at Swan, they said? Might change history. But their laughter was so disgusting. And when I redoubled my efforts on your behalf, well, one of them spat at me.
There.
It's too horrible.
Let's get the names of these men.
Sergeant!
Mary! Mary, Jessup, bring help!
It was happening so fast. Sissy!
The information came in different ways.
Winthrop's been deposed. Oh! All hell's broke loose in Washington.
Apparently, B. Sayers had gone tired of being Secretary of State.
And had been working behind Buzz's back to put himself in office.
He had Buzz placed under house arrest and made plans for his deportation.
President Winthrop did not take the news well.
You can't do this to me! Come on!
Citizen Winthrop was placed on a destroyer and 10 days later reluctantly arrived in Paris.
Not so bad once you get used to the lousy cigarettes and shortage of good flapjacks. Ho ho ho, je m'appelle Buzz Winthrop. But I did okay. Managed to sock away 4 million smactions of bank in a country I don't even know the name of. So you know, life's not bothering me too bad. Hey, how you doing there, fella?
And so, Buzz Winthrop passed into history.
Taking with him his bad French accent and his millions of dollars.
But he left his iron fist that his successor freely used
To smash all his enemies of the state.
1 month after Mr. Winthrop was sent packing to France, the man who deposed him was himself deposed. The military decided to get rid of the middleman known as the president. You can't do this to me!
Stormtroopers marched directly into the White House, putting a bullet through the head of every resident. 3 hours later, the military coup was declared a resounding success.
The last vestige of democracy had vanished, but the insurgency was only getting started.
Jessup, into the hallway, now!
Look, Sissy, I've paid someone off at Trianon to spring your father. With any luck, he might make it out.
Third alley on the right. Look for a signal.
When?
Wait.
They don't print schedules for prison breaks, Sissy.
Now!
Why did you tell me? Why would I do that?
Because he's my father. Because I can help.
Unnecessary.
Because we should be working together.
Too dangerous.
You sound just like my father. Stop trying to protect me. What else?
What else what?
Is Bug still at Trianon?
They moved him. He's someplace in Massachusetts. I'm trying to find out where.
And Julian? Julian?
He's alive, but they beat him up pretty badly. They don't like it when somebody infiltrates their ranks.
Thank you for telling me.
He's a tough one, Julian. Oh my God! You're bleeding! You're bleeding!
All right.
Sit down. Go grab a basin of water and some bandages.
But he needs to see a doctor.
Do it now! There's not much time! Tell me what happened.
When the car called me out and it was foggy and there were gunshots and I was hit Twice, I think.
Where?
Here. That's just a graze, but this may not be.
Oh no! Put the basin down and help me clean your father.
What did he do to you?
It's nothing, sissy.
Your father's been shot, we don't know how bad yet. Try to hold still.
When the gunfire first started, I just started running. More panic than anything else. I haven't run that fast since grammar school. But then I saw the blinking lights of the village and a flashlight, and I kept moving towards it until I found a hole in the fence, and I piled in the back.
Let me see. Okay. The bullet went clean through. It tore up your side pretty bad, but it looks like that's it.
The truck first started up and drove off before I got through. My first thought was like, I just turned a prison sentence into a death sentence. But then I started seeing the lights of the village, and I thought, what the hell? At least I'm free.
How does that feel?
Never been better.
Sissy, there's an envelope in the top desk drawer with money for your father and a list of phone numbers that he'll need. And there's a suitcase in the closet ready for him. All right. Stand up. Can you walk all right?
I think so.
Go to a phone booth as soon as you leave. There's one a few blocks away by the store. I wrote down instructions for you. They're in the envelope with the money. Call the first number and they'll take you to Richford. And just call the second number and it's a 1.5 mile walk to the border. There'll be a car waiting to take you to Montreal. Can you walk 1.5 miles?
I could, if I rested up here for a month. Sorry, lost my head there for a minute.
The driver's name is Silas. Don't go with anyone who doesn't give you that name.
Silas, right.
And don't write his name down either. He'll take you to Montreal where you'll join up with the new underground.
You'll come though, yes? Eventually? To Montreal? Have you heard from Emma?
We were told that she has sold the house and is moving in with Philip.
Good. She'll be comfortable in Worcester. Can you promise me something?
If I can.
Sissy.
I tell you I'd take care of her, but the reverse is more likely. She's your daughter in every way. Whatever comes, Doremus.
Will come.
I think this is everything.
Thank you, Sissy. In the envelope, there is a passport with your new identity. From now on, you are Mr. William Barton Dobbs.
Is there anything you haven't thought of?
Let's get you dressed, and then we will leave.
But what if he stayed here with us? Just for a little bit. Just until...
Lindy's right, Sissy. I'm a wanted man. The first place they'll come looking for me is here.
But...
I'll contact you as soon as I'm safe, I promise.
How can you
Listen.
say that? You don't know what's
Listen
going
to me right now,
happen.
you're right! None of us know what's gonna happen. I don't either. Everything's changed. We spent our lives in the comfort of a very circumscribed world. That world is gone. Sometimes I wonder if I want it back. Sometimes I think to myself if I'm more the person who inhabited that life. Whatever I want. The imperative for us is clear. We're part of something bigger now. I'm putting my faith in you. My brilliant, brave daughter. I'm counting on you, Sissy, to fight.
Let me help you put these clothes on.
Mother? Mother, it's time to go. Have you got everything?
Remember, everything you need is in here.
I found this upstairs.
Long ago.
It's my favorite photo of all of us.
Money, your passport, everything.
I'm sorry I took so long.
It's all right. When you've lived in a house for 40 years, it's hard to leave.
It's so strange, seeing it empty.
So strange. I just got here and I'm leaving.
Are you ready?
You'll make it across this time.
Are you ready?
I think so.
I think so. Yes.
Mr. Dobbs? Mr. William Martin Dobbs? My name is Silas.
Silas, sir. Glad to meet you.
Welcome to Canada, sir.
Did I cross the border?
Somewhere in those woods over there. You know, there's a lot of history in those woods. They used to bring escaped slaves to there. In the old underground railroad days.
Yes. A lot of history.
A rebellion had been brewing since the early days of Buzz Windrip.
In their new headquarters in Canada.
The new underground directed the counterinsurgency, establishing strongholds that stretched from San Francisco to Detroit.
A rebellion that Doremus Jessup now actively joined.
Well, better get going. We're gonna drive straight through to Montreal.
And in that moment, Remus Jessup realized that no one who loved him would have a stable address for him ever again.
Despite the rebellion, the military quickly established authoritarian rule, a fact that was welcomed by many Americans.
People simply didn't have the capacity to think about anything that was overly complicated.
People were so consumed trying to survive that complicated thinking of any kind was considered too much to bear.
As truth be told, they lost that ability years ago.
For a country that praised itself so widely on free public education, very little actual education.
There had been plenty of schoolrooms, but not enough literate teachers or eager students.
Not enough people who consider teaching a profession worthy of as much pay as waiting on tables or selling insurance.
Many Americans were taught that God had selected them to supplant the Jews as a chosen people, a fact which was proven by America being the richest, kindest, and most clever nation on earth.
They'd also been taught that the economic depressions were merely passing headaches.
That labor unions were anti-American and should either be eliminated or made powerful.
That politics were an activity so simple that any village clerk was sufficiently trained to do the job.
And most of all, they were taught to believe in the fantastical power of money.
And so much so that it was widely accepted that if John D. Rockefeller, Henry Ford, or any other business magnate set his mind to it, he could easily become the most distinguished statesman in all the land.
These beliefs were held by many, many people.
After a year in Canada,
Writing propaganda for the new underground?
Remus Jessup volunteered for a clandestine operation.
A selected group of agents would go into key contested areas of the United States, charged with the task of re-educating people in the hopes they overcome their fear and complacency and join the rebellion.
that was an interesting meeting today, Mr. Dobbs.
How so?
I can't remember the last time people just sat around and chewed our idea. Everyone's so busy screaming out their feelings, like their feelings are beyond and also kind of barometer of the truth. So you know, when you talk about political theory and group action,
Taking action as an individual for the benefit of the group.
the balance of liberty and democracy, the social contract as such. It was like people remembering how to use their brains again.
Do you think they got the message?
Well, it was easy for some of them. Most of them, when you let your brains go slack, it hurts when you start using it again.
Maybe you could ball up for me.
I can't say I'm real comfortable in groups.
We're all out of our comfort zone, my friend. All we can do is try, right?
What do you think the odds are, Mr. Dobbs, of us winning?
It's a funny thing. When I sit by myself, I feel alone, scared, not very hopeful. But when I get out into the world, talk to people, push past my feelings, as you put it, I start to think it's possible.
It's not about you anymore.
As you say, it's not about me.
Will you be all right here, Mr. Dobbs? I don't want to leave you with those feelings.
Yes, I'll be fine.
Good night, then.
Sissy,
Julian, you're alive.
up here so.
We have so much to do.
I know.
Give me a hand, will you?
I just had a phone call. Little Poxy and Minman sniffing around looking for you. Time to go.
Right, which way?
Straight on through. You'll figure it out.
Right.
And so, Remus Jessup disappeared into history.
The struggle went on.
Past the span of his life and the
lives of his children.
and his children's children.
And history marched on.
And the struggle continues.
Straight on through to the present.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.